Like a terrible avalanche, Cao Cao's army crushed anyone in its path. The Jing province crumbled, and Cao Cao's army absorbed its demoralized troops, swallowing them up like a piece of meat in a tiger's maw. Even the folk hero Liubei was powerless to stop him. Reunited with his sworn brother Guandu, he fled to the Sun clan and began making plans. However, the greatest threat to Cao Cao's plans was neither Liubei nor the armies of the Sun clan, but the mighty Yangxi. To take the south, hundreds of thousands of soldiers would need to cross this great river. But while Cao Cao had the advantage in numbers, the enemy's smaller forces were experienced sailors, and Cao Cao's increasing paranoia was only making matters worse. When a letter surfaced implicating his naval commander in a treacherous plot, Cao Cao swiftly executed him. Only later did he realize that it was a ruse orchestrated by the shrewd Sun general, Zhou Yu. Deprived of his most capable naval officer, Cao Cao would begin the battle at a strategic disadvantage. As he addressed his men on the eve of battle, he could sense their fear. I lift my drink and sing a song, for who knows if one's life is short or long. Mountains weary not of their height, oceans weary not of their depth. The sage pauses when guests call, so at his feet the empire does fall. As his words thundered across that vast expanse of flesh and steel, the soldiers stirred. They briefly forgot the years of campaigning, the pain in their weary bodies, and the disease in their swampy camp. For a little while, they had hope, and hope is a powerful tool.
Our army is larger, but the enemy navy is superior. I am sorry, my lord, but I do not think we can overcome the great river.
I did not pacify half of the realm to be stopped by a puddle. We will cross the river, take the beaches, and crush Liubei and Sunjian.
To control the water, we must capture as many river fortifications as we can.
Finally, we are reunited, Your Excellency. I have a cunning plan. A sneak attack behind enemy lines would greatly harm the Southerners. Give me some ships, and my men and I will do the rest.
Liubei's advisor Zhuge Liang is performing a ritual to gain the wind's favor. Stopping him will permanently slow the enemy fleet.
Your usurpation ends today, Cao Cao. Launch the attack!
Perfect, my lord. Now, who should I attack?
My spies report the enemy alliance is more strained than it seems. Capturing more fortifications will drive them apart.
With so many strong points under our control, the enemy alliance will surely break soon. Protect these fortifications with your lives, men!
Attack player 3.
Orders received. Onwards, to victory!
people have suffered enough under your tyranny. Today is the day that the Han dynasty is restored.
Success! I can feel the wind rising from the southeast.
Your Excellency, enemy deserters approach. Zhuge Liang's ritual must have been less successful than they hoped.
Cao Cao has nearly seized the entire river. What good is this alliance if you cannot hold up your end, Liubei?
My navy did not give Cao Cao the river. But if you see no point in this alliance, then neither do I. I will restore the Han without you.
Those are no deserters. Those are enemies sailing under the false flag. Destroy them before they wreck all we have built!
People and my brothers down. My defeat is heaven's will.
only liubei had not strolled around like he was invincible. I should never have allied with that windbag.
With both rivals dead, nobody can stand in my way. China will be united once more under the Cao family.
The Battle of Red Cliffs was not the easy victory Cao Cao had hoped for, but it was a victory nevertheless. Once his armies landed south of the Yangtze, his enemies could do little to stop him. Sun Jian was cut down as he frantically fled the battlefield. Liubei and his brothers refused to give up. Even as their armies routed, they held back the tide of Cao Cao's forces, allowing thousands to escape to safety. On that day, they fulfilled their brotherly oaths to die on the same day, in the same month, in the same year. Cao Cao was now China's true ruler. Many assumed he would declare himself emperor, but to his critics' surprise, he instead had the Han Emperor dub him King of Wei and protector of the empire. Cao Cao knew that declaring himself emperor would trigger another civil war, which was the last thing he needed. Instead, he took a cautious approach, mending the nation's wounds and slowly establishing his dynasty. By rebuilding China and stacking the imperial court with loyalists, he could ensure that no opposition would remain when his son declared himself emperor one day. As Cao Cao observed his accomplishments, he felt as though he had climbed a great mountain. He had achieved his greatest goal, but realized what he had often dreaded. There was nowhere to go from here but down. Letting this hollowness wash over him like a tide bound to recede, he recalled a poem he had written in anticipation of this day. Each season gives way to another. Days and nights become years. The years may pass, but without regrets, only concern for the troubles of the world. Life and death have their purpose, and it is foolish to be concerned. Let us voice our ambitions with song as each season gives way to another.